a really famous quote that has always hit home with me, and it's from Gandhi, and you've probably heard it before, and it's the fact that your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become your destiny. And this is so important that we get this down. We form habits that are going to be the cornerstone for our success of becoming a six-figure closer. And we're actually aware of what these are, and we're actually regimented, and we stick to these for a 28-day period so that they are the foundation and building block of where we're going to go over the next 12 months. So what we're going to be going through is we're going to be going through basically some of the fundamentals of this. So pretty much what we have here is your habits are your destiny. And it takes 28 days to basically form a habit. And we're making sure that we're solidifying your destiny as a six-figure closer. This is why we're going through this today, because then we're going to be implementing these in your calendar and your Google Calendar to make sure that these are a part of your routine and that we're sticking to that calendar, and these habits for success are the foundation of where we're going to go. It doesn't matter how much money you're making, if you're making millions, billions. If you look at any successful entrepreneurs, salespeople, business owners out there online right now, they all have amazing habits that support their success. So I'm going to go through some of the winning habits that I actually have myself in my life. Morning and night rituals. These are some of the winning habits that we have. So these are a list here that I want you to write down, and we want to start incorporating these into your own Google Calendar and routine, the ones that are going to serve you. And you may already be doing some of these and you may not be. We need to be following the rituals that I've given you guys, the meditations, the visualizations, the things that I'm sharing with you on a weekly basis. We need to be implementing these. I'm not giving them to you guys for no reason not to be followed. They are there for a reason, because I know that they are ultimately going to serve you in converting at a high level and making money and creating the life that you want, and also for your overall fulfillment and how you're feeling each and every day when you wake up and get out of bed. You want to be feeling good about yourself. You want to be energetic and high energy. So we need to be doing our morning and night rituals, which include visualization and meditation, cold shower, ocean swim, yoga, stretching, breathing. These are some examples. Going to the gym and exercising. The second thing is healthy nutrition. I say this to my clients all the time. You wouldn't put shit fuel in a Ferrari. So why do you eat poor fuel for yourself? If you want to be a high performer, if you want to be a 6- and 7-figure closer, you're not going to put poor fuel in the vehicle. Otherwise, you burn out. Your energy won't be optimal. Your focus will dip, so you won't have as much productivity during the day and much focus towards your targets. So personally, myself, the main fundamentals, I'm not a health coach, but ultimately you want to be drinking liters of water a day. You want to be, for instance, for myself, I like to intermittent fast and have nutritious foods that support that. So go and consult with a health coach or nutritionist yourself. I'm not an expert in this field, but I can tell you some of the things that I'm doing myself, like intermittent fasting, 16 and 8, lots and lots of water and nutritional foods. And then I'm following a program that's optimal for my body that I've had a nutritionist that's highly trained consult for me that I follow for optimal levels as a high performer. So I can refer you to this person or find your own health coach that can support you in this. Be a complete game changer to your results. Wake up early. Most successful CEOs, business owners, entrepreneurs, salespeople will be waking up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. in the morning. This really determines your ability to get up, have a really great start to the day, and even by the time a couple of hours into the day, you're already ready to go. You've already been productive. You've already got stuff done. It really makes a huge difference, which means you can ultimately start the day earlier and have more out of the day, gain more momentum and get more done. Or you can finish the day earlier and actually spend time on your other values depending on what's important to you. The next thing is crucial: exercise, working out. How often are you working out? I like to work out 4 to 5 times a week, a combination of boxing, weights, hikes in nature, along with lifting weights or maybe CrossFit or F45, things that are going to strengthen your mind. I find that exercise is really the key. When I'm sharp, when I'm on point, it's when I'm actually exercising every single day in the morning. I'm getting up. It makes me feel sharper towards my goals, and it actually makes me feel more confident. So if you want to be really certain and really confident in terms of how you speak and the way that you show up in your life, then naturally, when you're exercising, it releases positive endorphins. You feel good about yourself. You feel good and more energetic, and you feel stronger and more disciplined, which naturally has an impact on your day. And ultimately, the more promises that we keep to ourselves in terms of habits, the key to certainty and confidence is keeping the promises that we make to ourselves. So you want to be doing these habits on a daily basis that actually serve you, your energy and your production. Then we have a look at reading a book a week. Learning how to speed read, learning how to read a book a week. So if you look at most successful CEOs, Bill Gates, Richard Branson, they're all reading a book a week. The more you learn, the more you earn. I want you to let this hit home. The more you learn, the more you earn. I'm reading a book a week at the moment and listening to a podcast every time I go to the gym. You need to be feeding your mind with stimulus and greatness that's going to support this path. So make sure that you're reading a book every week or every fortnight at least. At the moment, there's some really good books that you can be reading around sales that I can be recommending from people like myself, my ebooks. You can be reading from people like Brian Tracy, Grant Cardone. You can be reading from people like Zig Ziglar, also other sales trainers and people out there that you can find and look up. It's really key. Then we've got podcasts. Podcasts are the new thing, so you can listen to those while you're at the gym, or audiobooks as well, or during the day or before bed. Just having that playing through and listening to topics around sales, around business, around mindset, around peak performance. Then we have planning your day, week, month, quarter, and year. Failure to plan is failure to succeed. If we don't plan on a consistent basis, then how do we know where we're going? How do we know what the roadmap is and where we're heading in our life? Prior preparation prevents piss poor performance. So if we're planning out, which we do through this mastermind, what you're doing daily, what your intentions are, what you're doing weekly and what your targets and goals are, what you're doing monthly, quarterly, annually, and it's all in an alignment to your vision and what you're wanting, where you're wanting to go in life, then it's naturally going to keep you on track and it's going to keep you on path and make you more productive, focused, and accountable. So I've got a 1-year game plan that we actually map out with each other and quarterly at the events that I give to you guys, and I give it to you for a reason, so that you're following this, so that you're sharper, you're more focused, you're more productive. And this is what myself and my team do, because if you have aspirations of being a CEO, a leader, entrepreneur in the future, or being a high performer as a closer and doing 6 and 7 figures, you need to be planning out your days, weeks, months, quarters, and annually goals, so that you're focused, so that your mind has something to focus on and lock into, and you know what you're heading towards every day, which means you're getting more out of every single day than what you thought could be possible, and you're actually stretching yourself and thinking bigger than what you thought could happen in your life. So the next thing is mastermind and networking events. I've on purpose had immersion events placed into this mastermind as a bonus, because I know how crucial it has been for me in my journey, surrounding myself with like-minded people and actually having that face-to-face component where I can take time out for 2 days and actually plan for my future with no distractions and actually have that cellular change in an environment face-to-face. So it's important that you attend mastermind events and also networking events where you can find like-minded people, high performers, game changers that are on a similar trajectory as you. The next thing is reading out your goals twice a day. Goal setting and journaling has changed my life. Actually dumping out your creative ideas onto a piece of paper, stories, things that are holding you back, writing down your goals. So we can go through this more in another video. And also taking the time for fun, taking the time for your family, friends, relationships, taking the time for fun. And this has been one that I'll be vulnerable with you, has been harder for me. I'm so ambitious and so driven that sometimes I forget to actually stop and enjoy and actually smell the roses. So make sure that you're taking time to actually jet off and have fun in your life, because this will actually make you more productive when, you might go on an amazing date. You might go have a holiday. You might have some time for yourself to actually just go do something that you love, like play the guitar or go see a movie or do something like skydiving that's exhilarating. When you're doing these things, you'll find that you come back into sales and business as a better version of yourself. So become very self-aware. When you start to feel a little bit burnout, make sure you have the time for fun, things that actually juice you, things that fulfill you and fill you up, because I'm telling you, you'll be way more productive. And when you're having a ton of fun in your life, people can feel that through your sales calls and what you're doing, because you're actually a lot more happy. Awesome, guys. So these are the winning habits. It takes 28 days to form a habit, and we're going to be solidifying this by implementing it in a Google or Outlook calendar, where we can actually start to implement the things that are going to serve you the best. But I want you to become very aware and actually write down a list right now. What are all the things in my life that are serving me right now? What are the positive habits that I have? On one side of the piece of paper. One side, what are the positive habits that I have right now? And then on the other side, I want you to write down the things that are not serving you right now, that they're basically negative things in your life and habits and environments. And one by one, we want to be adding in positive habits, and we want to be eliminating the list that is negative for you. By simply just doing this and actually living in alignment and congruence to your higher self, and incorporating the habits that are going to serve you in this path of becoming a 6 and 7 figure closer, it's going to be a game changer for you. So make sure that you're implementing these habits. Make sure you're writing down a list of what habits are no longer serving you, and you're starting to remove these, whether they're junk food and nutritional foods, whether you're not getting the right sleep, whether you're not following and planning and following a routine, whether you're not actually taking the time to do visualization and meditation every single day. Whatever it is for you, we need to get really clear on what these habits are that are going to serve you in being a high performer and becoming and owning this as a 6-figure closer. I trust that this was valuable, guys. Make sure that we're doing the activities after this, because it's going to be a huge help for you guys. Talk to you soon.